Warm weather, loving couples have returned to that cozy row of park benches hidden away between Egan and St. Clair, bringing, as a result of their unseasonable passion, the return of the St. Clair snatcher who eluded us all summer. 6 purses have recently been grabbed. Detective Belker, Officer Russo are therefore assigned undercover. Item 9, ongoing surveillance. Detective Natkin and Fuller on the Edgewood investigation, and Detectives LaRue and Washington have been double shifting since 2100 hours last evening on the reported arsonist Joseph Skornavaco. Uniform personnel, would you please check the duty board for your backup assignments? And I think that just about handles it.
Excuse me, Sergeant, I got an
Officer Flaherty?
Some freak yesterday stole my tape deck out of my car over on Hurdle.
Report it, officer. Let's go, man.
So one of the ones you pull right out? Why didn't you pull it out? Is that the point?
That's right.
I'm a cop, right? Are we going to get behind this?
File a 642, man.
I filed. I'm saying we're going to give them hell on this.
Okay, Patrick, they get the message. Let's go. Okay. Come on.
Mr. Skornavaco, I presume?
One busted arsonist, Sarge.
I would like a lawyer immediately. I got whiplash.
Come on.
Unit's bucking worse than ever, Sarge. Stalled on us twice on the way in. Gotta have something better.
Shoot us. Lee, get us a unit over there.
No, I can connect to the booking now.
Hill Street.
Here we go. ND-12, Detective.
Hey, thanks, Sarge.
Whatever happened to team spirit? I mean, that tape cassette wasn't cheap.
Lee, where's Raymond?
Lieutenant Goldberg,
Good morning.
Sharon Fein, new member of the PD's department. She just spent 2 months in rotation out in Farmingdale.
Welcome to the Hill, Miss Fein. I'll try to keep you busy.
Thanks, Lieutenant. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, my. Gotta be a new PD, Neil.
Hey, come on, lover. Let's get this guy down to Holden.
Please, God, let her take this case.
Hey, no, buddy! Still in hell. Give me the apology line. It ain't Easter, all right? Come on. But I got money.
Is it PCP? Maybe. Sergeant Hunter assigns cases. The interrogation room. Is it usually so? Yeah, well, it can get pretty rough, but you'll get used to it. You'll see when a day starts like this.
Oh, my finger!
Usually end up quite calm.
We have a 911. Armed robbery in progress. See surplus store, corner Peebles Drive, North 24th Street.
Counselor Ricardo Diaz, burglary, controlled substance interrogation act.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Sarge, I'm that undercover with Tina Russo. Now look, I got nothing against her person.
I know that you prefer to work solo, Detective, but I need a couple undercover.
Okay. You remember I mentioned to you I had a couple of personal things?
I duly noted. Work it out with Officer Russo.
Hey, Nick, you still looking for a vehicle?
I'm going down this afternoon to look at one.
Because hold the phone, my friend. You know my brother-in-law Rob's lot? He calls me up, says, do I know a guy I'd like a favor?
Beware of brothers-in-law with dealers.
Funny. 83 Dodge Diplomat, one owner. You take it without the body work, it's $250 over his cost.
What body work?
Couple dimples, nothing. Hey, if he hammers them out, the price goes up $800-900.
Sure.
Hey, call him up yourself, huh? I'm not selling it. Excuse me.
No problem. Detective LaRue?
Yes, ma'am, and you're,
I'm Sharon Fein, the new PD here.
It's a pleasure, Sharon.
I'll be representing Joseph Scornavago.
Heavy-duty case that, very complicated. Look, yeah, I don't normally offer, but since you're new, if you want a pre-interrogation session to go over pertinent details, I'll make myself available.
Thank you, Detective, but for the moment, all I need are your salmons and your A16s.
Yeah.
7 priors, no resisting.
I didn't break into that store. That's period.
But you were caught hiding in a dumpster behind the gun shop.
I was waiting for my girlfriend to come down there, all right?
The police found burglar's tools in the dumpster and 0.5 gram of cocaine in your back pocket. I know these may seem like petty charges to you, Mr. Diaz, but you're facing a parole violation that can send you back to prison for 6 years. If you want me to help you, you've got to trust me with some facts.
I got facts.
Good. Let's start with the night of your arrest. Where were you?
I got some facts they want to know about.
Who?
The police, man. I got some heavy facts.
Such as?
Such as, you know, there are certain politicians with storefronts up here. Well, one of them made some bad enemies, man, real bad.
What do you mean?
Blam. They're gonna blow his place straight to hell tonight.
Could you tell me a little more?
I tell you more, I got nothing to deal.
This is privilege, Mr. Diaz. They won't find out anything that hurts you, but I need enough to be credible.
I am not spending a six-pack in the hole, man.
Do you understand attorney-client privilege, Mr. Diaz?
It's Migueles. San Juan Libre. Against the Garfield guy. Okay? I boosted the dynamite for Migueles a couple of weeks ago.
Let me talk to the captain. I think we can do something with this.
And so,
Assault 2, gentleman eyewitness at this address, victim at Mercy. You can stop by and take his statement.
Oh, I love cleaning up after night shift.
I'm out about an hour.
All right, baby.
No, I can't totally vouch for him, but it sounds real.
Tell me more.
I've already told you enough to bring in the DA.
How does a low-rent thief like Diaz get involved in bombings?
Attorney-client privilege, Furillo.
What does your client want?
The narcotics dropped. The burglary down to an A misdemeanor. 6 months max, no parole violation.
Sweet deal, considering his prints are inside the gun shop door.
I'd say you get the better half of the exchange.
Tell me one thing. Is the planned attack political?
Or animal, vegetable, or mineral. Come on, Frank, call Irwin. Time's short.
Raymond, see if you can raise ADA Bernstein for me.
guess this is the end of the heat wave.
Yeah.
Maybe nothing's happening because we don't look involved enough. This guy steals people's purses when they're kissing, so maybe we
I
should...
think we look pretty convincing.
Nick, it's only an assignment.
You really think it's necessary?
Look, you're the one who told me about undercover. You want to be here till spring?
No. All right, I'm shutting my eyes and pretending you're Robin.
Me too.
And now, remember, I gotta check Rob Nelson's car.
Okay, I'll meet you at the coffee shop.
I'm very sorry. It was the only appointment I could get.
$8. That was all. It was in my wallet.
Mr. Hopkins, you say a large black man assaulted you.
6 feet more, maybe.
Mr. Hopkins, we just talked to an eyewitness, a Mrs. Baker, who said she saw your neighbor, Danny Lopez, beat you up.
So why aren't you telling us the truth, sir?
I told her no police.
We're gonna have to check this out whether you help us or not, Mr. Hopkins. Was it Danny Lopez?
He's 18 years old. His little sister, Elena, is only 11. Their grandmother was all they had when she died last month. I promised. Don't bring Danny in. He's a good boy. There's no one else to take care of her but him.
So why did he assault you?
Something happened. I was with... I came... Like I always do, I checked on the little girl while he was at work, and Danny... I can't.
All right, Mr. Hopkins. Just tell me what happened.
He was with his sister. You know how I mean. His beautiful little sister. I know, I saw them. He beat me, that was why. Because of her.
Blue book value on this baby is... You don't even want to know the blue book. Actually, I'd like to see it. Yeah, when we get back, no problemo. The way this works is I explained to JD here. Let's say I get an overload of late model sedans. I get an 83 Dodge, I pass it right on through. It's a pretty sweet deal. Hey, you guys always treated me real good. Whew, it's toasty. What's a little crazy glue? Steering is funny. Huh? You ever drive power steering before, Detective? Oh, I drive it. It's a little shimmy. Take it to a brake shop, they charge you $40 to fix it. If I gotta take care of it. Yeah, I know. The price goes up, $800, $900.
Stay right there. You won't get hurt.
What's the problem here?
It's a robbery.
Oh, a little excitement. Well, this is time to snap on the old seatbelt here. Whoa, hey, Detective, don't you think maybe we can call this one in, huh? How about it? On what? You got a radio in here? Well, no, but look, let's wait a minute here, okay? Just came on the lot today. There's no insurance on this car. You understand that? There's no insurance! Look out!
deliver Mr. Diaz back to Holden, please?
Yes, sir. Let's go, McGillis.
Hey, drop some change on me, Diaz?
No way, man. Senor McGillis down the garden level.
Well, you're over, Ricky. You're done. You got it? Come. All right. Will somebody get my attorney, please?
You sold out my client, you sold me out.
I didn't sell out anyone, Counselor. As of this moment, I don't know how we got to Miguel's.
You don't know. 40 minutes after our conversation, you've got him in custody. I call that a hell of a coincidence.
I'll find out what happened. But I guarantee you what didn't happen is I didn't go to Bunce and tell him to pick up somebody based on an unconfirmed report from your client. Besides, you never mentioned McGillis.
I didn't have to. You or Daniel's Red Squad or somebody figured it out.
Without any help from me, you're right. It sounds like the Red Squad. Bunce is precinct liaison.
Look, just give my client his deal. You got what you wanted.
Pardon me, but I don't see a basis for negotiation.
You don't. Mr. Diaz had information on a major league bust, which I passed on to you.
You know I can't sell that to Bernstein, not on a career criminal, not on a parole violator.
And what am I supposed to tell my client? Sorry? Sergeant, I'd like to see Mr. Diaz in interrogation, please.
All right.
Howard, where's Norman?
Downtown for a search warrant, I believe.
Send him in as soon as he gets back.
And I tell you the collar's uninsured, but you better go playing cops and robbers with another man's shadow. And let's top it all if you don't even catch the guy. Oh, I love it. It's perfect. It's really perfect. I smashed up a private citizen's car chasing a perp.
Anyone hurt?
No. You don't know that. You don't know how my neck feels.
I'll call City Services. I'll send them in.
Thank you. Oh, great. Another day of bureaucracy. I was doing you a favor, pal.
I still need those A16s, Detective.
Yeah, paperwork takes time, Sharon.
You know, if you'd like, I could summarize the information for you orally.
JD, we gotta talk. Excuse us.
I'll be right back.
Do you think I could get those A16s off of you, Detective?
What do you want?
Come on, the guy wrecked the car. I deals off, John.
Hey, that's not my problem. I still get paid, don't I?
You still want to find this thing?
Hey, would you dial down the moral outrage, Rob? I provided you with one customer per advertised.
The idiot wrecked the car.
The idiot gave you the keys to a gold mine. You collect from the city, you get the car out of the junkyard, and you sell it again.
Don't tell me how to do business, John.
You're telling me that's not your intentions. You're telling me I don't deserve 20% of all settlements?
Eat dog meat, JD. I told you, I ain't talking to you. I want a new lawyer.
I share your anger, Mr. Diaz. But a new lawyer won't change your situation.
You went and told your old man everything. Yeah, you don't think I know the score? Guy in the pen told me. You're married to the captain.
That has nothing to do with this.
I asked for a lawyer that give me Mrs. Captain.
If Captain Ferrullo is to blame, we'll go after him in court.
That is a lie. You sold my ticket. I'm going to jail, and Horner's people gonna stick me.
I'm angry too, and I want to find out what happened as badly as you do. Let me help.
Forget about it, lady. Your history. I'll get somebody else to help me buy my ticket back.
My brother's not here.
Are you Elena Lopez?
We're police officers. May we come in and talk to you?
Danny said not to let anybody in.
That's real good advice. That's the same advice I give my little girl.
How old is she?
Oh, she's just a little girl, just 2 years old. Listen, can we just come in for a minute? It's real important.
It's Miss, in here. I just got back from school.
Is this you and your brother?
Look at this picture here now. Who is this? This is your mom, and then this is you, and this is Danny, right?
A few years ago.
Elena, do you know a Mr. Hopkins?
Yes.
Well, he got hurt real bad, and we have to find out what happened to him.
I don't know what happened.
Look, I know it's hard, honey, but it would help if you could just sort of tell us in your own way. I mean, that's what I want my little girl to do, just kind of tell it her way.
Elena, a neighbor of yours saw Danny beat up Mr. Hopkins.
Danny didn't do anything wrong. He takes good care of me.
Now, we will not let you get hurt again.
Danny said not to say anything. I promise, and I won't.
Where is Danny?
I don't know.
We need to talk to him.
I don't know where he is.
According to your arrest reports, Scornavaco didn't offer any resistance this morning. Under the circumstances, I was wondering if you would oppose moderate bail at arraignment.
Up to the DA, I'm afraid.
Sorry to interrupt. Sharon, I need you to take over one of my cases.
Oh, I'll be right with you. I thought we might have some time to talk. I was hoping you'd help me learn to get the feel of this place. Are you free tonight?
Yeah, I think so.
How about dinner? Oh, if you'd rather not.
No. Why not?
Oh, great. Talk to you later.
You, finding your way around okay, Counselor?
Uh-huh.
I'm telling you, Neil, there's a chemistry between me and that chick.
Mm-hmm. Well, just cool down, lover. Because she just asked me out on the date.
What do you mean I wasn't on city business? I was chasing the robber. That's what cops do.
Your own statement makes it clear. You were off-duty test driving a car for private purchase.
Right, when the incident went down.
Detective, I work for the city, all right? I go by this city's regs.
I never, ever heard of this before.
Happens to be new as of January 1, as the result of abuse by your own fellow officers. If you're off-duty and there's no resulting apprehension, there's no reimbursement.
Oh, so if I'd arrested an innocent citizen, I could have covered my butt.
Detective, please. Sympathize.
The car owner has zero insurance. That leaves me on the hook.
Look, here's what you do. You explain the situation to him, settle for 50 cents on the dollar. He'll be happy to take it, believe me.
That's still $2,000.
Hey, the dough you cops make compared to us civil servants? You're a little grateful, Detective.
What happened? You get another date? You okay, Mick?
Great. First they send me Mrs. Captain, now I get Barbie. I want a man lawyer.
Let's just stick to the business at hand, all right, Mr. Diaz?
Then you tell me how they got Migueles without her diming on me.
Please sit down, Mr. Diaz.
You tell me.
Mr. Diaz, I will not continue to speak to you if you use that tone of voice with me.
I want to know what's going on.
And I am warning you, don't come any closer.
You're going to tell me what's happening here. I got it all set.
Halt!
What is that?
I mean it.
Give me the gun, little girl. You're going to shoot. Shut up, oh. This is it.
Hey, what's going on in
This is
there?
the ticket.
Counselor, you all right?
No!
You stay still, lady. You be quiet now. Still and quiet. Put down the gun. No way, man. I've been messed over enough. Now I say what goes on here. Out of here!
What do you want?
Out of here!
Let her go. We can work this out.
Just get out of my way, man! Talk ain't got me this far before. You fold your hands and pray there's no one out in the hall. Because if I get it from behind, I shoot. I go, she goes.
Mr. Diaz, I'm Lieutenant Goldblum. If you'll talk to me.
Now everybody wants to talk nice. I want car keys on my car with the radio. Car keys! Here. It's at the curb out front. Good. I'll be tuned into that radio. You follow me? I hear you. So don't follow, understand? Say bye-bye to wifey, Captain. You better pray they ain't sending no messages about us.
2202 domestic at 4.
Where do you want me to go?
Don't matter, the highway, anywhere. You get me out of here, I won't hurt you.
2202, we copy.
All right. Work to the ticket. Oh, you got an idea? I would ask if you had a gun, but I don't ask liars no questions. You trying something? You trying something?
No, it's the car.
I'll do it. I'll do it. Pump it. Pump it.
Dan, I think it's flooded.
Get out. Get out.
Possible 211 in progress, 91st and Ogden. Area units respond.
May I help you? Car keys, give them to me. I don't have a car. Like hell, give me the keys. Take my money, I don't care. Car keys! I swear to you, I don't have a... Pockets, get the keys.
Oh, try not to move.
Shut up! Check his pants.
It's true. There are no keys.
Gotta get a car.
Ah!
A car. Get Bernstein, get Bunce, inform Henry I'm moving.
Patrols B, C, and D2 hostage seen. All others retain sectors.
What the hell's going on over there?
Either an anti-crime personnel responding.
I mean with the hostage. Davenport, Mrs. Farillo.
No communication with interior premises as of yet. 2203, is Flaherty present?
Flaherty.
Got a call from Uptown Impound. Serial numbers on a wreck up there. Match the 642 on your stolen tape deck.
No kidding. Way to go, cops. Thanks. You hear that?
I heard it. We toned down our concern about our tape deck right now.
Oh, excuse me for being slightly relieved. Look, I'm very concerned about Mrs. Farillo. If I was the captain, I'd bust through that window and blast that guy, and that's the honest truth.
Stupid honest truth.
Hey, would you lighten up, huh? All right, I won't be relieved that they found my tape deck, okay? That impound lot's in our sector.
Letting us know everybody's okay inside. If we know everybody's healthy, it makes it easier.
Payphone inside, no luck yet.
Mr. Diaz, the captain's here now, so we can start straightening this misunderstanding out.
You want me to try it? Well, what do you think, Frank? I think I ought to do it. I think you're right.
We're getting a floor plan. Until then, we stay passively presented north and west. We will be taking the utmost care, Captain.
Do.
Mr. Diaz, at least signal me. Is the phone ringing? Is it in operable condition?
What, is he dead? I didn't mean...
I'm trying to save his life. I can't stop the bleeding.
I didn't want to kill anybody. I wanted my ticket. You messed me over. It's your fault. You lied.
I told you I didn't lie. Look, are there any paper towels on the shelf?
I don't know what to do.
Then help me.
I don't want him to die. He caught me. I wasn't even in the place.
Look, then pick up the phone and tell them that. Start talking because this man is badly hurt.
Stop ringing. Stop. I don't want him to die.
Then shout.
I never killed anybody.
Do anything.
No, not shouting. You hear me?
This is practically a diagram of Wilcox's inexperience. Pairing Webster with Shromsky. Brewster at 100 yards. Jeez.
Maybe you should call him up and give him some help.
I shall do just that.
Any word?
None. Miss Fein, might I ask what you were doing with a gun in interrogation?
I didn't know. Wasn't thinking.
You didn't know that weapons are forbidden inside this precinct?
I got a carry permit when I joined the PG's office. If anything happens to her, I'd exchange myself if it would do any good.
That's a noble thought, Miss Fein, but you have several clients waiting for representation.
I can't work with this going on.
Of course you can. You must. You think I wouldn't rather be at that site myself? My job is here. I'm needed here. Raymond, get Miss Fein the file on the rapist that Henley brought in. Go on now.
McElroy, building engineer. I was checking broken air duct. In interrogation A, I found this little Mike.
This is it. You see? PF. I scratched it there. I'll see if I can vouch for it. You might need it as evidence, though.
Temporary dealer's license, Louis. This is the car the officer from Hill Street wrecked this morning?
Yeah, did one heck of a job, huh? What's that? What did he say?
The radio's in the car that Belker's on the hook for. This is LaRue's brother-in-law's car.
2202, what's the deal on this hostage situation?
Keep this channel clear for official communications.
No, I'm just
Over
curious.
there, isn't that the kid from the pictures?
Okay, just forget this. Forget it.
Danny Lopez?
Yeah.
You're under arrest.
You're Arthur Hopkins?
You taking me in for beating up that piece of garbage?
Attitude, don't you, boy?
Yeah, I did what I did.
Well, how's your sister feel about that, huh?
Hey, you leave my sister out of this.
Take this piece of garbage in there.
Hey, I don't care what you do to me. You just leave my sister out of this. If I were you, I'd shut up.
Chief wanted me to express his personal concern, Frank.
Thank you.
How is she?
We don't know. He won't pick up the phone.
Look, let me negotiate with them. We've got to get this man out of here. I can do it.
I don't listen to you.
You've got to. This man is dying, don't you see? No matter what you think of me, no matter what happens to me, if you got out of here, you'd be slapped with a murder charge. A few hours ago, the most you faced was 6 months.
You are not on my side.
I understand you never meant for any of this to happen. I want all of us to get out of here alive.
You want you to get out of here alive, maybe him. Minute I step out the door, they blow me away.
Not unless you give them a reason to shoot.
Who you kidding, lady? They lie to me so far. They lie, then they shoot.
Then do it this way. Keep me. Let me negotiate to take the man out. We go back into the storeroom, shut the door. We've got to do something, Ricardo. He's not going to last much longer without help.
Yeah.
Mr. Diaz? Mr. Diaz, this is Lieutenant Henry Goldblum. Please stay on the line. I want to work this thing out.
Yeah, right. I'm putting Mrs. Captain on. You mess with me now, and Mrs. Captain dies. You understand?
We understand, Mr. Diaz. Put Miss Davenport on the line. Joyce?
I'm all right, Frank. But the store owner is badly hurt. We've got to get him out of here.
We'll get you all out.
Mr. Diaz doesn't feel this is the time for an overall deal.
Deal myself to dead. Right, great idea.
But he will help to save the man's life.
Tell him I got conditions. 2 conditions.
Mr. Diaz will let you in here on 2 conditions.
No more charges because I popped the dude.
Not if he dies. There's no way they'll go along.
He's not gonna die.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we're doing this. Condition 1, no charges against him on the shooting, assuming the man lives.
And I take you back there.
And 2, he and I go back into the storeroom.
You come in, Mrs. Captain is dead.
Joyce, I want you out of there.
I think we have a better chance of negotiating with Mr. Diaz for my release. If you carry the injured man out of here first, and give him a reason to trust you. And me.
I don't trust you.
It's life and death.
Tell Diaz we meet his conditions, provided the man lives and you're eventually brought out unharmed.
I ain't harming her. Just don't come in.
Come on in.
Right. Okay. Out of here. That does it.
Mr. Diaz, do you hear this? The store owner is going to survive. He's going to make it.
Looks like you turned out to be an express ticket, Mrs. Captain.
Will you trust me now?
Yeah, as long as I got this. So, now what do we do?
Continue negotiating. You'll probably have to do some time. I think I can keep it under a year.
Forget it. We're going for total amnesty.
That's not realistic. You have to give them something. That's how a negotiation works.
I'm the client, you're the lawyer, okay? You asked him.
He wants total amnesty?
Joyce, say yes or no. If we give it to him, will he just think it's a trap?
I don't know. Good chance.
What are they saying? No? Give me that. This is me. Who is this?
Captain Ferrello.
I don't want her talking to you. You two already messed me up.
Oh, Frank, let's do it. He's got your wife in there. The owner's alive. The rest of it, I don't give a damn about.
With due respect, Warren, if it would work, of course. But I can hear it in her voice. He's going over the edge. If we offer him total amnesty, I don't think he's going to believe it. And we're lost with no place to go.
With due respect, Captain, then what the hell else do we do? Huh?
The process, negotiating, small steps. She's saying small steps.
I got nothing more to say to them. They gotta let me out of this.
For what? You kill me and they shoot you? Or you kill me and then kill yourself?
I don't trust them.
It worked with the back room. They didn't come in.
They always find a way to jam you up, man. One thing or another.
You're not thinking straight, Ricardo. We'll have them on record this time. Please, let me. We'll offer this morning's deal and knock off 3 months for their bad faith. Lieutenant Goldblum?
Yes.
My client reproposes his original deal. No parole violation. Class A miss. And only 3 months instead of 6. Since my client's actions today have been the result of serious duress.
Yeah, you got it, duress. I got duress.
Let me check it with the ADA.
Lieutenant, let's not waste time on this.
Listen, man, I got duress. I want 10 days max. You got it? 10 days.
He's asking for a further reduction. It sounds weird. Mr. Diaz, if we could work out this 10 days idea, would you come out?
No, I don't want 10 days either. What am I going to do with a lot of bologna sandwiches? Give me that freedom. Total amnesty.
Is that what you want, Mr. Diaz? The impossible?
Fellas, I hate to be the one to say it. I know they're kind of tight in there, but what about taking this guy out?
Damn it, Warren, calm down.
We need just some reason, anything, so when we give in, he'll believe us. He's got the captain's wife in there, for pity's sake. Which reminds him not to believe us.
Why don't we make a false confession? Say we lied to him about Miguelas and we're sorry.
Where have you been? Raiding a warehouse full of explosives. Captain, I got Miguelas because the interrogation room was bugged. What? Carp. In communications. He planted a bug in an air duct. It had nothing to do with me, and it wasn't even supposed to be serious. Carp thought a typist was bringing her boyfriend down there for lunch break.
But you knew there was a bug.
Carp came to me. I mean, he says he was testing it out, and he hears this thing about bombings. What was I supposed to do?
What you're supposed to do is report bugs and discipline the personnel who placed them. What you do now is come with me.
Hello? Mr. Diaz, come here and listen.
Look, Ricardo, this is Lieutenant Bunce. We got Miguelas because that room you were in was bugged.
See, I told you it was like that.
You see, so your attorney didn't know, the captain didn't know, and I guess we violated some civil rights.
Diaz, it's the only reason the DA and I are offering you what you want. No jail time, probation.
All right. No crap now.
Mrs. Captain here. I'm taking her in here.
Unfortunately, we have to give you what you want because we violated your civil rights.
Before we accept, Captain, what's the point of probation even if you admit you violated my client's civil rights?
Well, look, probation merges with his parole. He just continues to see his parole officer.
You understand that, Mr. Diaz?
All right. I can live with that.
Nice and easy, Mr. Diaz. Nice and easy. Just lay the gun down.
Hold your fire.
That's right. Just lay it down and keep coming this way.
Go back to the precinct, Mr. Diaz, then we'll process this matter.
Yeah, all right.
I don't know what to say to you.
An apology might be appropriate. It'll be all right if I take care of a few things. Just 15 minutes and we'll go home.
Frank, I'm not going to take the Diaz random.
Of course not.
But I've got to bring somebody up to speed. Not her. I'm sorry. Got to.
Raymond, find Carp for me, would you?
Yes, sir.
Lieutenant Norm Bunce.
Who wants to know?
This is state senatorial candidate Garfield.
Lieutenant, I want to personally thank you. Who knows how many innocent people might have been hurt had that bomb gone off at my storefront.
Yeah, glad I could help. Excuse me.
Lieutenant?
Carp, Captain's gonna can you. You see that? That's candidate Garfield. Tell him about that bug you put. You tell him Norm Bunce recommends you for any kind of plumbing job, all right?
Detective? Drew up the note. 36, even monthly payments. Sir, are you Rob Nelson of Roberts Motors? I want to know. You're under arrest. Possession of stolen property, to wit, a car stair 692 tape cassette player owned by me in a vehicle owned by you.
Oh, come on. This has got to be a frame-up. You'll never prove criminal intent, pal.
Maybe not. Just think of all those court appearances, Mr. Nelson. The attorney fees, not to mention your own time.
Goodwill gesture.
That's so I don't press charges personally, but see, if we find any other stolen stuff in your heap, forget about it. We go full steam, put your butt in the hooska.
Elena, we had to take Danny into custody. He said he beat up Mr. Hopkins. Now, Mrs. Jackson here from the Youth Authority is going to watch you for a while, okay?
Danny takes good care of me. Put me in jail with Danny.
We can't do that, dear.
Elena, we know some bad things happened to you. If you could just talk about them.
Why does Danny have to go to jail? 'Cause that terrible man touched me.
Mr. Hopkins touched you.
He was always coming by after school. He said not to tell Danny. Danny would be mad. But Danny saw what Mr. Hopkins was doing. Danny wasn't mad at me. He was mad at Mr. Hopkins.
Hologram.
I believe her. Stone cold.
Danny said we couldn't talk. He didn't want me to be ashamed.
It's okay. It's all right.
Ready?
Look, you sure you're for this?
Detective, I was shaken up today, but I had a good talk with myself, and I am not going to let one mistake get the better of me. Oh, we are going to be meeting another couple, okay?
Yeah, sure, fine.
Disgusting.
What's up, Detective?
Our new PD almost gets Davenport iced, but does that interrupt her social schedule? No. Have a nice time.
No, that should...
What, more new regs?
Change forced on us by circumstance. Henceforth, all attorneys are subject to discretionary frisk, same as other visitors.
If you need a frisk on Miss Fein, let me know.
Right. Ooh. I don't think I'm dressed for this place.
You look fine. Mom?
Hello, dear.
Dad? This is Detective Neil Washington.
How do you do?
Told you we'd be meeting another couple.
Detective.
How do you do?
Won't you sit down?
Yes, won't you sit down?
Well, you know I'm sitting Sarah the
Sharon, is your cheek bruised?
Mother, I told you I'm fine.
Were you part of today's excitement?
No, sir.
I just can't believe our daughter getting mixed up in something like that.
I'd like a Kier, please.
Scotch rocks. Double.
So, are you a basketball fan, Detective?
Yes, sir.
Well, who do you like to make the playoffs? Walt Frazier.
One of the greats.
I saw him score 30 points in a quarter once.
Here we are, dear.
Okay, take it easy now.
Come along, dear.
Mwah.
Thank you. Oh, you were such a good sport. That's my car. Would you like to follow me home?
That my reward
What do you mean?
for showing your folks how liberal and independent you are, for giving them a shop.
That wasn't the idea.
Oh, no? Your mother couldn't even look me in the eye, and your father could only babble about sports. And I caught you enjoying the whole thing. Daddy's little girl getting back some of her own.
I'd stick to basketball if I were you.
You know something? People like you will always be strangers on the hill. And strangers always end up causing trouble.
I don't need a lecture.
Go back to Farmingdale.
Guess this proves it.
You'd do anything for a plea bargain.
Guess so. I knew you were so close. I knew.
I would have died.